winning so long it's like alchemy.
All right, y'all. Here we go. So, you know, this was rough, man. Obviously, this is different. I'm coming to you right after the game. And, you know, a lot of you, I know what my subscriber base is. 95% of y'all are Warriors fans, right? And a lot of you, including myself, mostly I just like want to forget about the game and sleep on it, right? I don't want to really hear about it for 24 hours. That's how frustrated I get. But some of you, and sometimes you want to vent, right? You take to the internet, you take to Twitter, you want to complain, you want to let off some steam about what went down tonight. So tomorrow I'll be back with my normal breakdown video, Patreon. I'll break down some of the X's and O's, but it really wasn't about that on this night. It was about heart, it was about effort, and it was about want, okay? So get my thoughts here, this live Alchemy. I'm a little fired up, as you can tell. Russell Westbrook, okay? I want to give him his due respect. He came out ultra aggressive, took ownership of this team with these other two stars, and went right for the jugular right away, as the Warriors should have suspected he would, okay? OKC's length and athleticism defensively is elite, and you saw what it can be with Adams, Roberson, George, right? They've got 3 all-NBA would-be defenders that can switch, rotate, and then when they're hitting their 3-ball, they're as good as anybody can be. Shout out to OKC. They're legit. They're going to figure it out, and we're going to see you again. Now, let's get to Stephen Curry, because this is who I want to talk about, okay? I know that I'm going to start off by saying that Steph is revolutionized basketball with the three-point shot, right? He was responsible, or is the biggest person that can get credit for the turnaround of this organization. You can start at Lacob in the ownership, but as far as players go, Steph Curry is the face of the defending champs and what looks like could be a dynasty here, right? So Steph Curry, I get it. He's a Hall of Fame player, the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Now, here's the knock on Steph Curry. At least once a week, I don't know about y'all, this is Alchemy's opinion. At least once a week in a game, I ask myself, is Steph even trying right now? Is he even playing hard? At least once a week I ask that about Steph Curry, okay? And that's the knock on Steph, right? We know, as amazing and as skilled as he is, there's times, you know, every third game where you're like, does he care? Is he playing hard? And you will never hear me say that about a Russell Westbrook, right? You will never hear me say that about certain players around the league, other superstars, right? You could say it about James Harden. There's some guys that you say that, but for the most part, there's certain guys with the motor where it's just, you're going to get maximum effort every night. Draymond is one of those guys. Klay Thompson's one of those guys where Klay may be a little bit space cadet out to lunch, but the effort's there consistently. Steph Curry may be the greatest player that kind of doesn't try on a night in and night basis in certain spots. And so they came out here. I don't know what they were expecting. I don't know what Golden State was expecting, but they got what they should have expected. They got their asses handed to them, okay? OKC went out and just sliced them right at the jugular. There was no response. There was no bounce back. There was no get back. I know, fans, you were all waiting for that run, right? It never happened, and it shouldn't have, with the sloppiness of the ball. Really, those cross-court turnovers, those of you that follow me on Twitter, I said it, right? When KD turned it over and then Steph gets it ripped, and then let's Westbrook just bully by him for an and one layup. That was it. That was game, right? That was it. But, you know, this is just an ongoing trend. And when you play OKC, the talent gap isn't as great. When you do it against Brooklyn, you can come back. Not against OKC. So Steph Curry, that's the knock. The effort's got to be there. I put this on Steph and KD for not being ready for this war, and all the credit to the world to OKC and what they did. I'm going to be back tomorrow with the full video, but I just wanted to give y'all Alchemy's thoughts immediately after the game. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.